This is the topic from Learn Application Development using .NET Core. In this topic, we will create database context. Welcome to Clouds.Training. This is Divakar. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thanks a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please request you to subscribe for more updates and training programs. This is the model class that we have created in our previous topic. Now in the project, right click, add new folder and name it as data. In this, we need to create a class file and call it as core SEO context. The core SEO context class should be derived from DB context. Click Control dot, import the required usings. It is Microsoft dot Entity Framework Core. Click on F12, you can see that it has a default constructor and a constructor with DB context options as input parameters. So we will use this DB context options and create our constructor. To do that, we will use our magic code snippet CTOR and hit tab. In this DB context options, we need to pass the name of the class and pass these to base class. If you don't have experience with creating the constructors, I would recommend you to check my Oops concept training series constructor video. This is a part 4 of this training series, Oops concepts. I'll copy this link, add it in the comment section here. So in case if you want, you can go ahead and check where I have explained in detail different ways of creating constructors. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, request you to please subscribe to my channel. So now we have created a constructor for this class using the DB context options as input parameter. And there is one last thing that we need to do. We need to create a property of type dbSet. dbSet and pass the model that we have created here. I press Control dot. Generally, the name of the model is in singular and the variable it holds is plural. So that's how the naming convention is. We have the model called entity and we have the context, DB context called core SEO context. The context class is ready, but we haven't finished yet. The question rises here is, even though the context class is present in the application, .NET Core does not have the information about how to make use of this context class. To do that, we can make use of the powerful concept called Dependency Injection. Open startup.cs class. Here, remember, in MVC template topic, I have clearly explained about configure services method and configure methods of startup class. This is the video. I will copy the link here. In case if you want to watch, you can follow this link and watch the video. Now we need to inject our DB context as a service in this startup class configuration services method. Here into services dot we need to add the DB context and pass the core SEO context. And in the options, we need to specify the provider that we are going to use. Here we're going to use SQL Server. You have an option to use in-memory database or any other database providers. So for this, we're going to pass the connection. So we need to pass the database connection string here. So configuration dot get connection and pass the default connection. We're going to create this connection in a moment. If you are from the .NET background, you already know that the place of the database connections will be in web.config file. But however, when it comes to .NET Core, provide the connection string in appsettings.json file. Here we can add the connection strings and specify the name of the connection string. Remember, I have added default connection. It has to match with this name here, and provide the SQL Server connection. This is my local SQL Server database connection string. It might change for you if your local connection to the database is different. You just need to update that connection string here. That's it. We are done with the creation of model and database context and required connection string. Also updated the startup.cs by injecting the DB context as a service here. So that's the configuration we need to do when we create a new project. In the next topic, we're going to generate CRUD operations for the model that we have created here. Yes, you heard it right. We're going to generate all the CRUD operations, create, read, update, and delete operations automatically using a concept called scaffolding. And we will decipher the files generated in the next topic.